Welcome to Class Notes. Tonight we are looking at elemental striking drills. Tonight we are looking at a couple of things. First, we are looking at the tension between opponents, using the fire element in addition to looking at drills to making striking out of those situations more efficient and effective. Before we start, if you could take a moment to click on the subscribe button below and give this video a like, we would really appreciate it. Doing that goes a long way in helping us continue to bring this content to you. Thank you and enjoy the video.
Please don't crush each other. Fire has a tendency to go very fast, very hard. You will go fast. Just try not to do the very hard thing. You still have all the fire sneaking. That's gonna come out with this right grab, just kind of boom right here. Now I'm kind of in fire. I'm kind of aware that something's gonna happen. I'm not kind of I'm more just like, all right, man. Hey, what's going on? He comes in with that. Nope. I'm just diving right in there. All right. Notice I'm not crushing him. Just moving him into position. From here, we're just gonna follow up. Boom. Give him a nice little shot. Simulated shot to the face. So he's gonna go like, no, not nothing. So it's not happening. Okay. That's where we're starting. Got it? See it? Squat on. All right, go.
Bear in mind, we're not moving sideways and then coming in. That's not really quite working on fire. It's yeah. He's kind of like, oh shit. He almost abandoned his attack like halfway in because he's all of a sudden eating a hand on his face. I really like this nice juicy arm. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna switch this arm to the other side. As we step in, we're gonna mash a couple knees into him, and we're not just kind of going. Is that okay? That's fine. This is leg drive. Boom! Take place. It doesn't matter if there's a groin or head. This person's attacking you, and we have a reason why we need to shut this down now. From here, this little arm is wrapped up over the top. Here's Mr. Adams' elbow right here. I'm gonna be just about an inch below that elbow toward his shoulder. We're gonna cross our forearm over it. We're gonna grab our own hand. We're gonna apply some pressure. This is pulling Adam to me. If you're wearing a white gi and you're getting to here, I'm really happy. Let's make sure that this happens clean. If you're wearing a black gi, let's use some angle. Let's bring him down. Let's flatten him. And let's just say, hey, you know what? You need to calm down.
Yes, sir.
So, you can all tell he's a wild personality over here. Different angle, slow please, so everyone can see. Hey, oh, see, this is already snuck over. If I'm wearing a white gi, great place to stop. You can always just keep kneeing them until they stop moving. If I'm wearing a black gi, I really want us to be in control of this. I want this to be clean. I don't want this to be sloppy. We're drawing him out on an angle. We're dropping our body. And now you have all sorts of different options you might take from here. If you're looking to, say, break arms, deliver some shots, I want to see you in control of this. If you're wearing a brown belt, brown, white, or above, finish this on the ground, please. Either an arm bar, a triangle, collar choke, some kind of breaking finisher. Show me that you can end the fight. Sound good? Have fun. And we kind of got these shots off we've worked through for this armbar. Now, if you look at this line between Anik's toes, she has this imaginary line, and there's this point of a triangle out in front of her. We've kind of things might change the angle of these toes, but ultimately there's that little bit of a line. If I go this way, if I kind of run almost like I'm going parallel to it, Anik actually has counters from here, which involve basically doing Gyaku Nage. If I just try to, I'll just refix this. Okay. If I try to take her forward, she can walk. She can walk and keep up with this. But if we look at that line and say, what's about 45 degrees off of that? That's where we're going. That's what keeps it a little bit harder for her to roll. Or sorry, not to roll, to walk with it.
And yeah, you're getting some hits and stuff like that, and so maybe turn this way, but still not quite there. You know, Arden, if I miss with some odd reason, Arden's gonna rip me apart. I want to secure that arm a little bit better. So as this comes in, I'll hit him. Now, do we see how my hips are kind of facing him at this point in time? I'm gonna isolate everything. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate my hips this way. Now I have his arm, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as I hit him, I'm not just gonna stay flat to him because I don't have that arm. And if he's strong, he's gonna rip mine right off. I don't want that. I want that arm turned. So instead of doing it like this, which I really can't do because I'm in the way, I'm here, my hips are going to go, now I have that arm. Now I'm good. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So as you get in this position, try not to keep your hips facing them. You can just shoot right in. Yeah, and not good. Here, boom, hit. Now I have that. Now I have a great, this would be a hard knee if I'm facing this way. If I'm facing this way, boom, that's going right to his face. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure.
A little hip turn on that for me. Right, yeah. Arm break, just take it down. Okay. So it's the same thing. We're just going to the other side. Because maybe I don't feel like going there. I can't, that's the ledge, whatever. So this is, boom, boom, okay. A great little nasty break right here. I have a great break if I go down into here. Here. All right. Don't want to do that though. I just want to see if I can. Whoa, okay. Turn. You can kick out the leg. You can do whatever you want. But can you get to here? All right. It's a little freaking than it looks. Tons of things. All right. But can we get to that position first and foremost before we can do the tons of things? All right, go.
We also have a technique called Gyaku Nage, which is a very similar pathway of entry, and you can play this fairly fiery as well. You just come with that reach, and we sort of come to the outside of this arm. Right now, my hands are mostly just up. I'm going to slide down to this wrist. My job is to kind of step in front of him, and I'm going to pull him onto me like a Santa sack. It's almost Christmas. As I roll this up. So very similar to where we were here, but he's too tall. I feel weird doing this. Now, if we comfortably rotate, there we go. We have this nice break right here, this Gyaku Nage break. This is pretty nice. Yeah, thank you. This is pretty nasty. Notice I'm not here. He can pull me over. We've kind of sunk. We've pushed our bum back a little bit. He doesn't have very good balance. And this is just snap. That's a break right there. That's a reasonable alternative to work on if this person's too tall.
Okay. So yeah, so she gets in there and she can pretty much pull Paul's arm down to here. And he can't break it. Do we see that? There's nothing there. So what she's gonna do, she's still gonna twist that wrist as much as she humanly can. But what she's gonna do now is she's gonna take her position from being here to being here. So what you're going to do, Annie, is you're going to rotate your hips. So on you, you're going to rotate in under Paul's arm. So you're facing this way, Paul's still there, and that wrist is going to come right along with you. Paul's going to tap quickly. Right it is. So I'm going to be you. Going to be you. Here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even if it's here. I'm gonna get that break. I'm gonna get that wrist. And you can turn it into Gyaku Nage, whatever you want to do. But the simple thing is, either this shoulder or this shoulder. Yeah, take his arm. So I'm just gonna turn that way.
Just twisting his arm.
No, his wrist is going to, his arm is stuck, and now his wrist is just gonna go this way. But his body and shoulder are stuck. So everything that's gonna happen is just gonna shear that wrist off. Feel it? Yeah. If you're so tall, like, if you're working with somebody who can like literally reach over and they're like touching your belly and you can't get it, great. Turn around inside.
So you could you transfer it? So if he's
Oh,
if I come in and I realize, oh, it's failing because I'm so short, can we just continue on under and then?
You can, just make sure, I wouldn't move his arm, because chances are, if this thing's right here, he's gonna know it, and he's gonna be pushing into you, right? He's gonna be pushing into you hard. And so at this point, kind of trying to pick that back up and going, it's going to be very, very, very tough. What you could do, I'm going to go super slow on this, I promise, is I'm going to do the same move, but I'm going to go down and face Lynn. And I'm going to take his hand as I go with it. And so his hand's going to go down and turn. Now, you could turn all the way back to Art. As long as that wrist is up, okay? As long as this is tight, I'm going super slow. I'm going to break it on that plane right there. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. Just, we're not doing it. I just want to show you, if you're small and you're having that problem, there's an option for you. Okay, what's next, Mr. Lebeck?
Oh, let's see. Gosh, what's next? Well, first off, any last questions before we move on? I'd like to be chatted about smaller person. Okay. Let's drill something for a little bit. Let's actually kind of take it back a little bit. I'm gonna seal my partner Matt, and again, I mentioned sensitivity, which is why I like this. This isn't fighting for a second. We're actually just kind of playing with the feeling. We're gonna kind of line up, and with your partner, we're just gonna start kind of hands in front of the shoulders. Some of you know what we're about to do. Some of you might not. And Matt's gonna be the receiver. He's practicing trying to feel what I'm gonna do. I'm practicing trying very hard to without using my hands or magic tricks, trying to send some intent somewhere, trying to be like, I'm gonna get this guy. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one hand and just reach it straight out to either shoulder, and Matt's just gonna turn out of the way. So good, very good, nice. That's it. Yes, I'm too far forward here. Yeah, just kind of coming in. He's practicing reading this. I'd like to do that for like 90 seconds, 1 minute with your current partner, and then we're gonna kind of turn this up a little bit. Yosh. And because here's sort of the next idea is we're kind of building sensitivity a little bit to little minute changes that happen. You've really got this where Arden starts to move. Yeah, that was good. You kind of start to see that thing twitch. Yeah, just as I'm initiating. That's really good. It starts off, you start learning this by looking at it saying, okay, we're switching roles. Arden goes and I say, go, visual feedback, visual reaction, visual feedback, visual reaction. You can see his hand starts reaching. Now I start moving. So there's that little bit of time delay. Now if we switch roles again, because I get to win. Everyone's training, right? So Arden's doing a really good job. If he's starting to get a little bit ahead of me, if he's starting to move just as I'm beginning to reach, that's pretty cool. That's sensitivity. Oh man, can you, as a darker gi, send energy one way and get somebody to bite on a thing? Imagine, we're in a fight. Here we are, and I want him to move into my right hand without having to throw a left. Can we set that up and then actually get him to just step right into a right hand? That's kind of what we're working on right now. Any questions on that? This actually starts to get really difficult really fast, and it's actually okay to go slow, surprisingly, but have intent in what you're doing. Notice Arden and I aren't doing this. That's not the drill. Oh, that's fun as hell. It's not the drill. In fact, lengthen the time. We're trying to connect. This is partner work, not adversary work. Ooh, nice pick. Nice change there. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. That's what we're working on.
And treat everyone is new. Everyone is new. Don't say, well, he did it right. He's going to do the left this time. He's done two lefts. It's going to be a left. Don't do that. Everyone is brand new. It's brand new experience. So it's no time.
If you gamify this on yourself, you're going to get killed.
Yeah, wait.
Don't gamify it. Have fun. Good luck. Really, from a white belt through even red belt, I would say that this is falling in the realm of kind of reaction training. Okay, this is seeing a target and then going ahead, which is precisely what we're going to do. As you kind of venture into green, brown, this is a little bit more awareness, sensitivity, seeing how close we can get the timing of this. I've got Mr. Adam here, he's right here with the pad. Adam and I are gonna be circling each other. Our technique for this, everybody show me this really quick, by the way. If your left foot's in front, Your technique is a right cross. We're just turning and setting our rear hand forward. That's our technique, okay? Very straightforward. Adam and I are circling each other. My hands are up. I'm not, Mr. Pugilist McGee over here. But our hands are up and we're ready to throw a punch, okay? We're already connected. Does everyone understand? Yeah. So all that's going to happen is as we move at some point, Adam's going to flip the target up for me. He's just going to flip up, and my job is to come through and hit it as soon as I take a swing, go boom. I want to step in and hit it. Boom. Oh, cool. I kind of caught that as he's beginning. So brown belts, green belts, pay attention to that. If I'm red belt, blue belt, yellow, white, that's good. That's plenty good. I would rather see you take a little extra time than then you hit your partner in the face and you lack control, okay? Just moving around. Your body. If your balance is bad, you'll notice this actually gets harder to do and takes longer. Fire doesn't really happen back here. This isn't really where it comes from. We're connected. We're just. Oh yeah, he was ready for that one. You guys sound good? We'll be Paul. Okay, Mr. Paul's gonna step forward. Now we're gonna add something to the drill. All we're gonna add is Paul might bring up the pad, in which case we have our same cross. Or he might reach out to tap me with his left hand on top of the head, simulating a left jab. If I think he's gonna reach out and touch me on top of the head, my job is just to move outside, just knock the head. Not asking for a response, not asking for a counter. I'm connected. Yeah, boom, there we go. Nice. Woo, yeah, I better move. Bam, there we go. Woo, I made the wrong call. Son of a gun. Now we're adding a little bit of element of decision making, and that's where things get really hard. Okay? It's hard by default. Imagine doing it in a real fight when you're all angry and scared. So what you can always modify down, what you can adjust, is the speed at which you operate. So if I'm walking around, and again, I've only had a few months of experience or a few days of experience, I'm working with a partner. Actually, I'll be the pad holder if I could, sir. It's okay to start off going this fast. I don't have to go fast. Boom, here we go. Ooh, yeah, you can already kind of feel where. Oh, nice kick, nice kick. If I'm wearing a green belt, a brown belt, yeah, then we can just kind of take up the intensity a couple notches. How's that sound? Okay, don't poke each other in the eyes. That's bad. For the last few minutes of class, I've got Mr. Arden here. We're gonna practice alternating knees. So what's going to happen is Arden's going to, yes, perfect. He's got this side grip. He's holding the side handles, and his hands are pulled back. He's not leaving his knuckles hanging out past the front of this. I'm going to put my hands on my partner's shoulders. I'm going to put my hands behind his head. I'm going to start kind of the semi-lunge position. This might look a little bit like Kamai or something. So here we are. All I'm going to do is I'm going to be pushing off with this and throwing this rear knee, boom, in, switch, boom, 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 boom. Okay? You're going to go for 30 seconds. You're going to throw as many knees as you can. It's not this. Okay. That's walking, and that's very nice of you. But let's not do that. We're driving. This comes in. If you are wearing a white gi, or I'll say this other way, it's a red belt. If it goes back and then you switch, that's totally fine. If you're wearing a brown belt, knee, switch, knee, switch, knee, switch, knee, switch, knee, switch. Okay? Have fun. Hey.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out one we did a couple weeks ago on the wind element. Thank you again and see you on the mat.